So we're here today with the one and only Stephanie Calinoff.
What's
There's no
up?
other Stephanie Calinoff in the world?
No, and if there is, they're not as special to us as you are.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I
You
feel
are
honored.
first. We're starting a podcast, they tell us.
Oh,
We're not-
welcome.
We really
Yeah,
don't
so our
know.
girls are telling us we have to have a podcast.
Right.
Even though I'm not on social media, but
And people tell us all the time that they think that we would do great at podcasts, so we're giving it a go. And who was the first person we both thought of when we're like, we're going to do a podcast? You're our first.
Ironically, I'm new to it as well, right? Because I only started doing it like maybe 3 years ago. My first podcast.
We're newer than you.
Well,
and
welcome,
how long?
welcome to the world.
How long should our podcast be? When
think
people
20 or
aren't
30
bored?
minutes.
20 minutes? All right,
I
let's
thought we
keep.
were going to be here 5 hours.
No,
With
20
you,
minutes.
we're going to be here an hour, I'm sure. But
No.
yeah, so you're our first.
I love it.
So we woke up this morning. Well, when we got to work this morning, we were saying, what are we going to talk about? We're like, it's Stephanie. It'll flow.
Well, I appreciate
So
it.
I think the mission for today, first and foremost, is to thank you for your charity work you've done for us. So explain how this all happened, because it was phenomenal. It was the food drive month for Smithtown to shop.
Correct. And
You're a competitive beast.
I love a little competition, friendly competition. I really feel like that drives me. And so I reached out to who I thought would be a good competitor. I beat her very badly.
But did you pick her because you thought you could beat her?
No.
Okay. Because she'd
No.
give you. Because I know she's a strong chick too. She'll give you a run
100%.
for your
Mia
money.
is amazing.
Mia is an amazing human being.
And we picked teams like out of a hat. And I was on the people every day, did you raise money? What are we doing? And I think we ended up total of over like 7,500.
Think about that.
That was incredible, really.
And really, for the food, it was started for the food pantry.
Correct.
So Smithtown had the month to shop,
Yep.
right? Every month, and one of our offices have a month to shop. We are hoping if they get like $500 worth of groceries, that's great, and then we throw some money towards it, and everything works.
Right.
But
I said
yours
to-
took a life of its own.
Well, I said to you, I don't want you to add any money to it.
You did.
I told you,
Thank
I
you.
said, this one, you're sitting out, and we're going to take care of it. And I truly, my next goal is 10,000 for Smithtown.
But think about that for a second. In 1 month, you were able to raise $7,000+ in 1 month.
I know, it was really incredible. And when we went shopping,
That was
it was
great.
a really good feel to have everyone a part of it and doing the shopping and
And you made
throwing
it,
in
and true to
stuff.
yourself, you made it fun the entire way.
You know what? We have to do good things, make it fun,
Mm-hmm.
and so that, people want to be involved because, it's a very, to get people excited about things,
Motivated.
it's not always easy.
Yeah, you did great and phenomenal, and we can never thank you enough.
So I have to ask you something because all I see on social media today are brokers bringing up no 6% fee to the agents on their deals. So what are your thoughts on that? Because I never minded it. I never minded it. Is that a word?
It never bothered you.
Never bothered you.
It never bothered me because you bring so much to the table. We have so many things that we...
You just answered your own question, Steph.
Okay.
Right? There's a value in it, right? I love that you called it the fee and not the administrative fee, because we really should change the name of it. That's what confuses most people, I believe. I don't use the admin, I don't. But it costs a lot to run a brokerage. It costs a lot, and
Brokerages are one of the least
Profitable.
profitable businesses
now it's getting
out
worse.
there. If you don't believe me, ask chat. That's why everybody's
Hey,
in the
Chat.
that's why everybody's in the ancillary service game. It's like, let's get the agent. The splits have gone up. We'll try to make it on title. We'll try to make it
Expenses
on
have gone up.
mortgage. Try to make it on insurance, because it's hard to make it on brokerage. It's hard to have a marketing department, have
podcast room.
have managers,
Social-
admins, all the
KV Core, you have a
boat
lot
trail.
right.
I mean, the overhead to run a successful company is crazy. So these high split companies have been around forever. It used to be YHD, Foxtons, then it was,
Those were the discounts.
but there were also like
Purple
the Home
Brick.
Smarts,
Yeah.
the Purple
Brick.
Bricks. There's,
Right.
there's tons of 100% companies. The Rutenbergs, they've never
web-based.
succeeded. If you want to do something funny, not funny, if you want to do something interesting, go on Matrix and pull up the top 500 agents on Long Island by volume.
Okay.
and then see which brokerage they're at, okay? Or go on Matrix
This-
and
he's
pull
not-
up
this is really-
the top 10 brokerages. I'll tell you who they are. Douglas Elliman is number 1 still,
Okay.
We're number 2. Daniel Gale's number 3. Compass is number 4. Caldwell Banker's number 5. Howard Hanna's number 6. Saunders is number 7. Top 7 companies on Long Island. Guess how much of the inventory they control? Half. Half of the inventory.
But break it down by the number of brokers.
And guess
out
what?
there.
Every one of them pays an admin fee or a franchise fee. You know why? Because they all provide the tools for agents to succeed.
Exactly.
And if you look at the top 500 agents, 90% of them are at a company that has the tools and has a name and controls the inventory. Controlling the inventory is huge.
Key.
Right.
It's huge. Let me ask you a question. I know this isn't the way it should be, but if you have a listing and you have a multiple offer situation, aren't you going to go with if 2 offers are the same, aren't you going to go with the agent that you feel comfortable with?
Don't answer that,
Why?
because you can't. That's
Why? It's best for the seller.
You
She's
go with
going
what's best for the
agent
seller. That's
for
best for the seller.
And if you know it's a good agent with a good attorney, with a good buyer, you're going with that person.
100%.
So there's an advantage to controlling the inventory.
Ultimately, it's the homeowner's decision. Let's just put that out
No,
there.
it is
You
the
really
ultimate.
tried to
Listen,
keep me from getting in
it is-
trouble.
No, I know. It is the homeowner's decision. But if I'm there to guide my seller in the best offer, and if they're of their equal terms and conditions, I am going to push someone I know who works in the industry, who's good, and will make this a smooth transaction over someone like
Has experience.
right, and you can't reach them, and the call, like you call them and they don't answer the phone. So it does make a difference when you have the cream of the crop when you're doing business,
Yeah.
for sure. But I again,
To answer the original question, there's a reason. There's a reason the top 7 companies on Long Island all have this fee.
right,
It costs money to do business.
and I have my little crew, my peak producer crew that we every morning, every day we chat
I love
through
this.
business.
Yeah.
And we've talked about that because it's like every minute you see no 6%, and we kind of laugh at it, to be honest. And I say,
And what do you get? What do you get for that? You get a high split and a lounge to hang out and
And
shoot
no
the shit.
support.
right?
No.
Well,
But I want you to finish what you
no,
guys are talking
my
about. It.
point is that if it really did make a difference to top producers, they'd all flee to that. But they don't. They know better. The top agents understand the business aspect of what you bring to the table, and besides all the tools, you are pretty generous in other avenues of, the Montauk trips and the award ceremonies. I mean, that award ceremony at where was it? The Water Edge.
Yeah.
I
Listen,
mean, that probably cost you at least $500.
if you
Just
don't
kidding.
have the fee, you don't have brick and mortar. You're not paying 23 rents. You're not paying 23 managers. You're not paying
23 admins.
23 admins. You're not having the technology. So, if we got rid of that, we would have to consolidate to 8 offices, 6 to 8 offices. We'd have to lose 15 managers, 15 admins. We don't want that. You know what that does? That cheapens the whole entire industry.
Listen, I know what my 6% off my top is. I pay it every single day. I would care less. Really, it makes no difference to me. I had a great year. I mean, it didn't affect me. Doesn't stop me from, paying my bills and things like that. People have to look at the big picture, and if they don't see it, that's, and then money, they feel like that is going to really affect their livelihood. Then so be
Listen,
it.
when you're doing a deal, right? I respect Douglas Elliman and Daniel Gale. I think they're very good, well-run
Among
companies.
other companies we respect.
Yeah,
course.
but they come to mind in particular. When you're dealing with a good Daniel Gale or Douglas Elliman agent on the phone, versus one of these 100% companies you've never heard of, most of the agents sound like, am I right? I don't want to say morons, but
He doesn't want to say morons.
I don't, but I want to shoot myself when I get one of these
Yeah.
people on the phone. It's torture.
Well, you surround yourself with
torture.
Pete said the cream rises to the top,
Right.
right? Look at the people that we're working with every day in this company.
Right.
The creme de la.
Listen, I see it. I know it. I know
You live it.
what kind of year I had, right? I finished number 27 in the company. And then I know what I earned and all those people ahead of me. Holy cow. Good for them. Like, it's exciting to see we have top people in our company. It's
I think that you just hit a
incredible.
really important point for me too. The fact that you landed where you landed, and you can still you can say kudos to them. There's value in that quality of person who can champion the next person to a better level of success.
It's exciting. I built my business. Really, I had one foot at the door of this business, and each year I've grown. Every year, building on my business and where I am, and like, again, I'm not competing against anyone
But
specific,
yourself.
but myself, and that's my why. I had my why to take care of my mom, but now my why is like I just want to have a good life. I want to be able to go and do whatever I want to do, not worrying about anything, and I'm having fun at it. Really, I had the least stressful year of real estate
Knock on
I
wood.
ever had this past year, and I plan to continue it.
What are you seeing in the market?
I'm excited about it.
It's been
Great
slow, though. It's been a
answer.
very slow beginning of the year,
That is-
but I think it's because of the
That
weather.
is exactly why you're successful.
Why?
Because that's the right answer. I'm excited about it.
I really am. I am
Oh, there's
very
pent-up
motivated.
demand.
Yeah.
Totally.
And truly, I had a very good start of the year. I'm grateful for that. And I probably am the most organized I've ever been because of our Buffini training. Like, I gotta throw a shout out for Anthony Parada
Yeah.
because
Amazing.
he keeps me on my toes. I do personal coaching as well with Buffini. But I told Anthony, I'm sorry, Buffini, that I probably am going to stop the personal coaching and I'm doing more of collaboration with agents in the company. And we have accountability groups and things like that. So that really keeps me moving and grooving. And I truly have nothing to keep me from doing what I need to do. So
We were
that's
personally coached, too. We quit.
why. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
This being held accountable every week is for the birds.
No, I like that aspect.
I like accountability.
I do. I
That's
do.
why we quit, because we didn't do it.
No, we quit, honestly. When we were being coached, we weren't being coached by Buffini at that point. We were being coached by Ferry. And we would hang up on the calls, and I'd be like, Pete, we could teach him. Like, we knew more than he would. That's really. And then he'd call and say, did you do this? And we'd laugh at him.
My brother says to me, why are you doing that? You could teach it. And it's not that I don't know what to
Accountability.
do.
Accountability.
I just want someone to be like, get to work. Not that I don't work. It's just like I want to build my business even bigger because I love it. Like I love the being competitive. I'm competitive for myself to get, more opportunities and doing things right. So I think I will stop the coaching, but I have enough people here, including you, to help me get to that next level.
Well, here's my prediction on the market.
Go ahead.
This spring is going to be the best spring we've had since COVID. The market is about to explode.
Pent
love
up.
The 10-year bond just went to 3.9, so interest rates are going down.
Yep.
Interest rates are going to be at 5.5%. The spread's
From your
getting
lips to
closer,
God's
where a
ears.
lot of people are going to get on with their lives and move up. The Florida market has crashed. The Carolinas are crashing. So, for people to sell their house for $800 and go move to Florida for $700, it's not happening. To sell your house for $800 and go to Florida for $500 and put $300 in the bank, you're going to start seeing the migration again.
I agree with that
telling you,
statement. Yeah.
there's going to be so many houses coming on the market. Inventory is not going to be tight anymore. There's pent-up demands. There's going to be a zillion trades. Prices are going to, I don't see them going up. I see them going down 5%.
Do you?
Yep.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah, they went down everywhere else in the country. Why wouldn't they go down here? I know we're a different
Insulated.
market and
We're
we're a little
insulated.
isolated, but there's just been no inventory, and there's going to be a lot of inventory.
I
It's
love
coming.
that.
So,
There-
but what do we care if it goes down? We care about trades.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a lot of trades.
Yes, I agree. I think there'll be movement.
We're excited.
Yeah.
I totally agree with the pent up. I think that the market's about to explode.
I love that. I feel excited about it. I feel like the there's so when I do open houses,
Insane.
insane. I actually had a dream last night. I woke up, my heart was racing. I'm like, what? Why is it so racy? I had a dream that I was doing an open house, but I did it alone. And they were lined up out the door like crazy, crazy. And I was like, they wanted to get in. It was like really a frenzy. And then I looked at this sheet and it said 450 the house, and it was really a 950 house. I said, do you guys realize it's the wrong price? And they all went away. So now I'm dreaming about
Now
open
I was
houses.
to say dreaming about real estate.
Oh my God.
I do love your energy and your passion for the industry. I love that.
I feel like it just keeps evolving. And when you even hear things online and all the things they're saying about all the other companies and the exclusives and things like that, it doesn't worry me because it's always evolving, right? And you just find a different way to do business. And that's why I never worry about the changes of the industry. I actually find them exciting.
Think of how many changes we've lived through. You're licensed
God.
40 years, right? We have very similar stories. We're licensed when we were 5.
I was 6 years old, I was.
So you're older than me. You admit it to everybody now.
Wait,
Not really. I'm
take
older
that.
than you by
I
3
wish
months.
I could
think.
not worry about the changes.
Listen, I love, I'm glad we're here today because I love the energy and I love the mindset because I'm worried. No, I won't say worried. Worried's a poor word. I'm concerned or I'm fascinated because listen, how many changes? We lived through COVID. We lived through the crash. We lived through NAR. I mean, we lived through the
It's
90s.
very interesting, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it all out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out our next play.
You know what? Pete said something.
interesting.
You said something very profound this morning. We were talking about the changes and what's coming, and we've been through so many changes. But Pete said you've been through the changes, but you didn't have social media, right? Now social media is making it so hyped up. Where normally we'd go with the flow, but now, I think that
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody's alarmed.
Do you think people are like business owners are alarmed or agents?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, we're alarmed because we want to make sure we're on our game and the best for all of you. We want to make sure we have everything you guys need.
Right. And you always do, but you always come up with a game plan. We're always set for it.
Yeah.
And even with like all the changes of the computer, all those things that came out, and we were like all panicking about the new system and everything.
The new
Compass,
MLS.
Compass is making a play, and they're making a play to change the entire industry and bring it back to where it was 30 years ago.
Right.
And it's very, very interesting.
And it wasn't.
They've still yet to make $1. They haven't made any money. They've never been profitable. But somehow they're geniuses on Wall Street, and they're taking on a lot of risk. They're taking on a lot of debt. They took over anywhere. They're going to control 40% of the market, and they don't want what's best for the seller. They want what's best for them. They want to keep their exclusives, control the inventory, and sell them in-house themselves. And when they couldn't do their deal with Zillow, now they're doing it backdoor through Redfin, and it's really, really interesting stuff. I'm not sure how it's going to play out.
Time will
Agents are either
tell.
going to be attracted to it because they're going to control the inventory and they're going to want to sell their own exclusives, or they're not going to be attracted to it because they know it's not the right thing for the industry or the seller. So
I think that's more the people like here. I think we think more for the seller and not for
Great point.
really.
I think what's best for the
I
what's best
actually
for the
think I could
consumer.
sell that so much better. Why they should choose us, because we are going to. Everyone's going to know about our inventory, and I'm not worried. I feel like we have enough business here that it's not going to affect us.
Right now, this year, I believe we're going to be #1 on Long Island in units. So we do control the inventory.
Right.
So we're in a very, very good position.
I really do
I'd
too.
be really worried for the small mom and pops right now, which really isn't fair. But it's not fair. I mean,
Listen.
everybody should have access to the inventory.
Right.
You know, I believe in MLS, but if it goes away and we go back to the world of exclusives, who controls the inventory wins. So if we have to team up with the Douglas Element or someone else to control as much as Compass controls, we know what to do. We'll do it.
Right,
Thank
Steph?
you guys so
Thank
much.
you.
I really appreciate
Thank you,
it.
honey. Love you.
I love you guys.